Welcome to the Military Justice Podcast. We read the dockets, so you don't have to. The Court-Martial of Major General Philip Stewart. Background: the Court-Martial of Air Force Major General Philip Stewart was a historic event, marking the first time an Air Force general had ever faced a sexual assault jury court-martial. The trial took place at Fort Sam Houston. Stewart was accused of sexually assaulting a female officer in his former command. The alleged assault occurred during a trip to Altus Air Force Base in Oklahoma in April 2023. Prior to this, there was an alleged encounter in Denver at a conference both Stewart and the officer attended. The officer testified that she submitted to Stewart's sexual advances because of his rank and power. She described feeling trapped and unprepared for her career to be affected by the sexual encounter with her commanding officer. Charges and verdict. Stewart pleaded guilty to two of the lesser charges against him, one of dereliction of duty under Article 92 and extramarital sexual conduct under Article 134. However, he maintained that the relationship was consensual. Dereliction of duty. Article 92. This charge is levied when a military member willfully neglects or fails to perform their duties, or when they perform them in a negligent or incorrect manner. In Stewart's case, he was found guilty of dereliction of duty for flying a training aircraft within a 12-hour window of drinking alcohol, conduct unbecoming of an officer. Article 133. This charge is used when commissioned officers, cadets, or midshipmen commit actions that dishonor or disgrace the officer personally, or seriously compromise the officer's character as a gentleman. For Stewart, this involved inviting a female subordinate to spend the night with him at a hotel while on a work trip in Denver in March 2023. The trial lasted a week, with 11 witnesses taking the stand. The jury, consisting of all three-star generals, found Stewart not guilty of sexual assault. However, he was found guilty of dereliction of duty and conduct unbecoming of an officer. Punishment. Stewart was sentenced to a reprimand, restricted to Joint Base San Antonio Randolph Air Force Base for 2 months, and a $60,000 forfeiture of pay over the course of 6 months. Reprimand. This is a formal military punishment that involves a stern rebuke or expression of disapproval from a higher authority. It serves as a mark against the officer's service record. Restriction. Stewart was restricted to Joint Base San Antonio Randolph Air Force Base for 2 months. This means he was not allowed to leave the base during this period. Forfeiture of pay. He was ordered to forfeit $60,000 of his pay over the course of 6 months. This means a portion of his salary was withheld as part of his punishment. The presiding judge, Colonel Matthew Stoffel, expressed disappointment in Stewart's actions. The punishment could have been a lot worse for Stewart, who faced up to 60 years in prison at the start of the trial. Aftermath. Despite the verdict, the trial has had a significant impact on the lives of those involved. The events the female officer experienced changed the trajectory of her life. As for Stewart, he expressed a desire to bounce back from the incident and continue his service. He will continue to serve in the Air Force. He currently serves as a staff officer to Air Education and Training Command at Joint Base San Antonio Randolph, Texas. However, it's important to note that his role has changed from his previous position as the commander of the 19th Air Force. The court-martial and the charges he pleaded guilty to have undoubtedly had an impact on his career. The punishments he received, including a reprimand and restriction to base, are serious and reflect the gravity of his actions. These consequences, along with the change in his role, indicate that while he continues to serve, his capacity to command may be affected. His ability to command in the future may be influenced. It's also worth noting that the decision to allow Stewart to continue serving in the Air Force, despite the charges, is a subject of debate. This case has highlighted the ongoing issue of misconduct within the military and the need for continued efforts to address and prevent such incidents. It also is a reminder that no rank or position is above the law, and that all service members should be held to the highest standards of conduct. In the military, justice is served through court-martial. It is a process that is designed to ensure that all service members are treated fairly and that the rules and regulations are upheld. While the process can be challenging, it is important to remember that it is essential to maintaining order and discipline within the military. If you enjoyed this video, like it. Hit the notification bell for all updates.